Hello, 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 hello. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? I have to make sure this thing is still on. How is everyone out there? Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. I do hope everyone is well. I hope this live stream finds you all well during this holiday season. My. all of the YouTube effery going on out there for everyone. Let's see. Hello, Barnyard. How is your leg doing? First, most important, let's everyone throw out some healing energy for Barnyard. She has got that full-on breakage in her leg, y'all. That is no fun whatsoever. She is truly hobbling around for the season. I seed it, y'all. I seed it with my own eyes. I did. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Hello, Voomba. Hello, Hannah. Midwestern Stalker Mary. How are you, Mary? Ash274. Let me take care of something right now for you, Ash. Ash is now currently a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Now we just have to hope that's the correct Ash, because you know she's got a doppelganger out there. So y'all got to let me know that I did in fact moderate the correct Ash out there. Otherwise, I just gave a wrench to a doppelganger. So there's that. Hello, everyone out there who is just driving down the street, lurking, listening. Listen, I've got some things to say. I have been a little quiet about this whole thing. I feel like I've got some information, some good old fashioned Mallory info. I'm going to be dropping on some. How do you say it? Some dirty. I'm going to be Mallorizing the situation. As you all know, I've got no hounds in the hunt here, right? I am not. To my knowledge, I'm not teammated with anyone. I'm not linked arms with anyone here. I've not been invited to any family picnics. I've not been invited on panel with anyone. I've not signed contracts with anyone. No one has promised me anything to elevate my channel in any way. All of that is not happening. I am a solo act here at the Mallory Williams Show. Simply one middle-aged trans gal just trying to find her way on YouTube, doing the best she can to entertain those that support her. Yes, I'm currently speaking to myself in the third person because apparently that's the thing to do here on YouTube. Stewie, you should know by now it's Mallery. Ery. Okay. Now, so there's that. Here's the thing. So, I stand on my own 2 feet and I have my own opinions. I've never really been one to sit there and sell myself down the river to benefit someone else's channel or their agenda. It's not really how I rock and roll down the road. So, but I do like to stand on the side of right. That's what I do. I like to call it as I see it, not how other people see it. And I've never really stood on the side of popularity. Typically, I come up on the wrong side of popularity. That's typically where I end up, on the wrong side of popularity. It's always been that way. Typically, it's always been that way. Wherever the popular kid's at, you can find me sitting at the wrong lunch table. I'm at the table sitting with the nerds or the unkept, right? The unkept, the unwashed. I'm sitting over there with the unwashed masses, right? That's where you're going to find Mallory Williams typically. The team rejects. That's really where you're going to find me. The popular kids never really want anything to do with me. That just seems the way it is. That's just the way it is. I want to start this off because I feel like I want to start it off. First of all, I'm about 1.5 feet away from my microphone. Is my sound okay? Because I'm in a very comfortable position right now. I'd like to keep this position. Am I okay in this position? I really don't want to have to hug my microphone. Am I okay in this position? Can a couple people let me know, am I okay in this position? I hope I am, because I'm very comfortable and I'd like to be comfortable. I sound good. I sound good, Janie? How are you today, Janie? Oh, good. Barnyard, I'm so glad to hear it because I can't tell you how comfortable I am right now. I am so damn comfortable. And I really, I really didn't want to have to move. Oh, this is heaven. This is heaven. I'm so comfortable. How are you, Red? I thought to myself, there's some things I want to say to Diane. And I feel like I want to say it up front because sometimes I get sidetracked, right? Hi, Miss Lady Liberty's in the house. Hello. And my number one, call me Frenchie. If anyone feels like they have a platform and they'd like to share out my chat today, I certainly would appreciate it. A lot of people, I know most people always catch me on the replay, but sometimes it's nice if some people can catch me live. But as I was saying, is that my Black Eagle? Hello, darling. Black Eagle. Black Eagle usually catches me on replay. So good to see you, Black Eagle. Sometimes there's so many thoughts that run through my head, and my words take me in so many different directions. I surprise myself where I end up sometimes. So I really feel like I want to get this out of the way off the top. And if I'm going to pretend right now, I'm going to pretend two things. That Diane and I are really good friends, right? I'm so good of friends. Let's put it this way. So good of friends that Diane has invited me out for coffee. And to take it one step further, she's picking me up. She picked me up at my house in her crossover SUV. Because I don't believe she drives a full-size SUV. And I don't believe she drives a sedan either. I think she's like more of a crossover SUV kind of gal, right? And I'm thinking, she's got leather seats in her car. Make no mistake about it. She doesn't do cloth. So I'm thinking she's coming over to my house. That's the kind of friends we are. And she said, Mallory, be ready in 10 minutes. Mallory, because you know what? I'm picking you up. We're going to go have coffee. We might even stop for a little pie. And then after that, if the mood strikes us, we might go do a little bit of shopping, get some accessories for our nails. How does that sound? I'm like, that sounds good. 'Tis the season, Miss Diane. 'Tis the season, right? Thank you, anyone. Thank you, Barnyard. Thank you for anyone who will share out my appropriate links for my PayPal, for all my good stuff. I'm going to drop this one myself. If anyone wants to please check out my holiday wish list, boom, I got some cute things on there. If anybody just wants to peruse my wish list, feel free. I'm going to be making a video because I've already had a few people send me some things. So look out for my video. That's a whole nother thing though. Okay. But Diane's picking me up because we're friends like that. Right? All right? And we're going to have a talk. I decided Diane needs a talk because I'm her friend and I'm going to have a nice talk with my friend Diane. That's what I'm going to do here. And I know that I feel comfortable enough to have this conversation with Diane. And Diane trusts me as her friend. She's not going to get offended, right? She knows it comes from a good heart, a good place. She doesn't always agree with me as her friend. She doesn't always agree with me. But she knows I come from a good place, right? Sometimes Diane will listen to her friend Mallory, and then other times she'll say, yeah, whatever, Mallory. Whatever, Mallory. I don't care. I love you, girl, but who cares? Whatever, right? So I'm in the car. I turn down the radio, and we got about 7 miles to go. And I start talking. I'm like, Diane, you know what? First of all, your hair looks good today, girl. Your hair looks good, Diane. What did you do? Did you darken your roots? Did you darken your base? I really like that. It adds a nice little depth. I love the depth to your color. The base looks good, girl. The base looks good. especially this time of year. It looks good. And she's going, oh, thank you, like it. I just wasn't sure about it. I just wasn't sure about it. It's not too dark. I'm like, no, it's just, it looks really good. It looks really good on you. It's nice choice, Diane. Looks good, girl. Right? And then I'm going to proceed to tell her how I listened to her live the other night from beginning to end. From beginning to end. Diane, I listened to it from beginning to end. And to be honest with you, I'm going to start. This is what I call a shit sandwich. I'm going to start off with a positive, right? I'm going to start off with a positive, and I'm going to fill it with shit, and I'm going to close with a positive, right? Positive, I'm going to start off, girl. It really was one of the best streams I think you've done in a long time. I really enjoyed it. And then I'm going to fill it with all the things I really think needed improvement, I didn't care for, and the things that concerned me. And then I'm going to close it with, my God, I could feel the love, right? Like Elton John, can you feel the love tonight? You know, everybody just came together like, we are the world. We are the children. You know, it was that kind of stream. It was all over the place, filled with just goodness, right? People reaching in their pockets to help this poor woman bring home her child's ashes. It was just so magical. All of it, right? But I'm going to say, Diane, listen. Listen, girl. Exactly, Connie. I'm going to give her the Mallory Williams shit sandwich. That's what I'm going to give my friend Diane. But I'm going to say, Diane, this is my concern. Right off the boat. We cannot pretend. Now I'm glad you're back. Lord knows I'm glad you're back. Hello, Vegas Barbie. Glad you're back. You know what? You're like literally Tina Turner from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, right? You were fucking Tina Turner. You were an entity. You were an entity from Thunderdome. You were the last bitch standing, right? There you are. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. Right? There she is. There's Diane. Thunderdome. She won. Here's an entity. Been through it. Through hell and back. Right? We don't have to sit there and relive it. We know what the woman's been through. We know who's come after her. We've all been after her. We all took that bitch down, right? Let me say this real quick, because she mentioned me. She mentioned me respectively. She said, respectfully, Mallory, you know, I think one of the reasons Molly's coming after you is because, well, you're no longer basically coming after me, and, you know, you're one of the ones that made money off my back. She said respectfully. She said this. She said, you're one of the ones that made money off my back, along with other people who made money off my back, and da-da-da. And I'm like to myself, I'm like, you're right, Diane, my friend. You were right. I'm not going to lie. Right? It was one of my most profitable moments on YouTube. Lord knows I made money off her back. I made money off the Diane saga. I did. But I do need to remind Diane, and I have to say this respectfully. So did those two ladies up there in that panel with you that night. Wendy made money off your back. So did your other girl there, right? Both those ladies who were on the panel with you made money off your back. Everyone who collected a super chat off the whole Diane pageant saga made money. And that was just about every content provider in the neighborhood. So I just want to say that respectfully. Everyone made money, including myself. I agree. We all made money. I also want to say I can feel your pain, Diane. I feel the pain. I know what it's like I know what it's like to have everybody in the neighborhood make such a sizable amount of money when you calculate it all together from channel to channel to channel to channel, and you're really not getting any of that coin, but everybody around you is. You see, I had an episode that lasted about 6 months. It was about a 6-month show, and it involved an entire community plus the fringe communities making money off the back of me, right? Making the money off the back of Mallory Williams because she was chased down by a psycho at a beach house with a knife. Now, this provided content that absolutely rivaled head to head the content of Diane pageant. It rivaled that. No one can argue that. No one can dispute that. In fact, people will still mention that from time to time as of today. It was just this year I had to strike a couple channels, Jenny Jen being one of them, for still producing and stealing my content, my particular video clips. So even as of this year, just a few months ago, I had to strike channels for utilizing that content. So it is still the content that still tries to keep on giving off my back. So I understand what that's like. So in that aspect, we have that in common, Diane. I get you. And I hope you can get me in that aspect. It sucks, but it's something that we must bear. You know, people are going to make money on YouTube off of other people's names, off of other people's misfortunes on YouTube. It's going to happen. So there's that. Having said that, what I really want to say to you, my friend Diane, is you must, coming back is one thing, but you cannot forget these lessons. You can't forget the lessons. What do I mean by that? Listen up, my friend. You have to be able to always have that lesson with you. Because my thing is, with you coming back, see, I look at you stronger. Like when people say, "Oh, you're supporting Diane," listen, I support strength, right? I've said it time and time again that I'm not someone that's going to bite into somebody's ass and hold on to it dear life for the remainder of my life, because my life is too short, especially for people on YouTube that I've never met and I'm probably never going to meet. I'm not designed like that. But by all means, I'm not going to stop you from taking a bite into somebody's ass and making that your life's agenda on YouTube. Feel free. Bite into it and never let go. But I'm not that person. I'm not designed that way. But I can recognize strength when I see it. And like it or not, Diana is a strong player, right? She's a strong player. She's an entity. She's gone the distance. She's back. And she's in full effect. She's on full tilt. Her channel is thriving. The very same people that said they wanted nothing to do with her, including the people on panel with her the other night, were right there, loud and proud, right up her ass. Right? There they all were. The three amigos. Right? You can't dispute that. There they were, happily ever after. Side note, anybody that ever listened to me in the past and likes the abridged version of things, I said that from the get-go. I said, this only ends one way, people. This ends one way. Only one way. There is no alternate ending. This ends with the three of them back together. Period. This is how the story ends. No one wanted to listen. Of course, no, not too many people often want to listen to Mallory Williams, right? They never really want to take heed in what I say. They like to go the long route. They like to take the long route. They like to live the full story and the ups and downs and the peaks and valleys and the shouting from the rooftops and and making gray hairs from their head and forming wrinkles, instead of just saying, okay, well, Mallory said this is going to end in one way. There's only one way this is going to end. So let's just everybody take a breath. Take a breath. It's only going to end one way. All right? It's only going to end one way. It's not that serious. All will be fine in the world. But that doesn't change the fact that a lesson still must be learned by my friend Diane. What is the lesson? Here's the lesson, Diane. As big as your channel was, as mighty as it has been, you know what the lesson is? Your channel was not invincible, right? Your channel still was able to get knocked on its goddamn ass in a huge way, my friend. In a big way. Not only did your channel get knocked on its ass, right? For some time, revenue stopped coming in, right? Revenue matters. One way or another, revenue matters, right? It also caused a big friction with your sidekicks, with your friends, with your viewers. It caused a really big problem. And to this day, there's still a fracture with your viewers. You're still not even near as close to pulling the views as you once did in your previous channel, right? You're still having to rebuild this. But at the same time, you're in a position that's looking pretty damn good right now, considering where you were. But now is not the time to appear cocky, right? Now is not the time to appear as though you've learned no lesson, right? This is what I'm telling my friend Diane. So Diane, on our way to coffee, right? I have got to tell you, this is your channel, your baby. If you've learned nothing else, my friend, this is your baby, your channel. Pat yourself on the shoulder that when you had 400 and some people on your channel watching you that night, your friends, your sidekicks hadn't even come up on your panel yet. It was you brought your you resuscitated your own channel. You did that. Diane, you did that. You did it. All right? Not your girls, not your sidekicks. You did that all by yourself, girl. And that's something that you have to remember. You were able to do that through come hell or high water. You were able to do that. You did that for your channel. Now I know Wendy joined you later on that evening. Here's where things get a little hairy. All right? Here's where you have to decide. Here's where you have to decide what are you going to do and what are you going to allow on your channel when it comes down to it, Diane. What are you going to do? What are you going to allow on your channel? Because we got to give Wendy the benefit of the doubt that she means well, right? She means well for you, her friend, on that channel. But at the end of the day, that's not Wendy's channel. Wendy has her own channel. I have my channel. Other people have their own channel. Diane, that is your channel. What have we learned? When that channel takes a major hit, it's your ass on the fire, right? Can you agree with that, my friend? While other people can easily run for the hills and fire on their own channel, turn on their own channel at their will, your ass is held to the fire because that is your channel at the end of the day. Whatever goes wrong on that channel is your ass on the line. Period. Period. Not Wendy's. No one else's. It's yours. So here's what I hear you say, my friend. I am never going to tell people what I'm doing with my super chats again. My super chats are my money. That's the lesson I learned. And I thought to myself, very good. That is the right attitude to take, Miss Diane, my friend. That's what you do, because that's where you went wrong last time. Because once you start telling people what you're going to do with the money that they contribute, once you start doing that, they start taking ownership, rightfully so, over that money, right? They start taking ownership over that money, and they start in their heads calculating. Some people start making spreadsheets, and then they start holding your ass to the fire, which is what they did with the whole St. Jude thing, right? Well, we know you took this much out, you didn't pay this much in, or we know, listen, we know we don't have to relive it. So listen, listen, Diane, we still got 4 miles to go, so I got a lot more to say, Diane. This is what you said. This is what you said in response to that. So from now on, all the money is mine. All the money is mine. And I will do with it what I want to do with it. And I said, good girl. That's how you shut the people up. When you say all the money is yours, no one else can count your pennies. See, and then when you take your money, if you then want to turn around and do something nice for someone in the community, you can do it, but you're under no obligation to do it. So for example, this girl that came on the other day, if you wanted to give this girl $40, $100, or $1,500, that's up to you, because it's your money. It's your money. If you wanted to go buy yourself some steak and eggs at the Waffle House, you could do that, because that's your money. You don't have to explain to no one. Are you following me, Diane? And that's what I want for you. Because, Diane, I want you to succeed after all you've been through, and to be the last one standing in Thunderdome, right? To be able to bring your channel back from the brink. This is what I want for you. I want a strong woman to be able to succeed. If you've come this far, succeed. What I don't want is to see you come this far and absolutely pull the same bullshit, or get stuck in the exact same bullshit as if there was never a lesson learned. So you're saying, well, Mallory, I am, but what are you seeing that I'm not seeing, Mallory? That's probably something Diane would say while driving down the road, looking in the rearview mirror, checking out her new hair color. I'm like, well, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, I have to say this out loud. First, before I proceed, I used to call Wendy the carnival barker. And some people didn't know, why do you call Wendy the carnival barker? What does that even mean? Before I explain to you what I mean, let me say this, a little sub note. I no longer call Wendy the carnival barker. That's something in the past. That's something that I let go of when I took my teeth out of her ass, just like I did Diane when I took my teeth out of her ass. Because once again, people, in case you didn't get the memo, I refuse to keep my teeth in people's ass as long as I live. It's not what I do. I'm going to bite my teeth into somebody's ass until my teeth get tired, and then I'm going to release my teeth and move on with my life. I'm not designed that way, to hang on to somebody's ass like that till death do us part. I don't believe in that. You say what you got to say and you move on. You let the cards fall where they may. You don't have to create enemies on YouTube and live that way for the rest of your YouTube lives. That's how I feel. Ain't none of these women come to my home and threw in a bag of burning shit on my porch. Nothing's gotten that serious. I don't know these women. They don't know me. So there's that. But I did call her the carnival barker. And this is why I personally held them both accountable. A lot of people weren't holding Wendy accountable. I chose to hold them both accountable based on what I heard and seen. That was just me. That was me. But this is why I call her the carnival barker. Because Wendy, just the other night, was starting this thing again, which I consider carnival barking. And maybe Wendy doesn't realize she's doing it, or maybe she does realize she's doing it. Maybe she doesn't give a shit one way or the other. But this is what I see, this is what I hear, and this is what I consider to be carnival barking. When you got one lady saying, all the money is mine, I do what I wish now, I'm not telling anybody what I do with my money, right? But then you've got Wendy saying, if I slightly paraphrase, don't mind, it's still the same intent, but I'll try to keep it as close as possible. But when you got Wendy saying, listen, I believe this channel was always meant for good and always meant to help others, right? So all the money raised that we raise here goes to help people in our community. So donate, don't donate, whatever. But whatever we collect goes to help people in our community. That's what this channel is about. That's what all our channel has always been about. And you can trust, as I trust Diane to be, a good steward of your money. That's the line right there. A good steward of your money. Break that down, a good steward. Leave everything else out and just go with a good steward. This is a line that she's used multiple times in the past. So people may not have picked up on that line of a good steward in the past or present. But let me help you out here with stewardship. People are saying, well, what is stewardship? What is good steward? Well, most of you by now in 2008 have heard of Bernie Madoff. See, Bernie Madoff collected a lot of money from people because all these people thought Bernie Madoff was going to be a good steward of their money, right? For investment purposes. He collected this money with a promise that he was going to be a good steward of their finances. Well, let's just say his stewardship didn't quite go as planned, right? You see how that works? So when someone is taking stewardship of one's money, it gives them first it says, this money is not mine, it is yours. And you are within your right to count the pennies and need to know where they go. So there's where the confusion comes in. There's where the double talk comes in. Diane, so you have got to be able to say to Wendy, you've got to be able to say to your friend Wendy, Wendy, we have got to change our verbiage. I love you, Wendy, but we've got to change the verbiage. We cannot use this kind of verbiage. It got us in trouble last time. I don't want to get in trouble this time. I just don't. I want to prove to the people this time that I mean what I say. All right? And if we collect less money because the money is seen as to be going into my pocket, because that's another line that Wendy used. She said, listen, and I'm not going to pocket. Diane's not going to pocket the money. Well, actually, Diane is going to pocket the money. And that's what we want people to know. It's her money. Diane was within her right to pocket every red nickel this time. Pocket the money, Diane. And after you pocket it, if you want to help out Plurpy or Black Eagle or Unitonica, then help them with your money after you've pocketed it. But you are under no obligation to do so. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if in fact at that point nobody wants to donate to you because they don't see it as going as a great cause, then so be it. You get less donations, Diane. But at the end of the day, the donations you do get are honest and clear and up, and it is your money to do with what you do with. And they're not taken under any false or ill-conceived notions. Right? This is what I'm saying to my friend Diane. And you can't blame Wendy. You can't come back later and say, well, you know, Wendy's the one who I should have told Wendy this, or Wendy can't come back later and once again say, well, how did I ever expect? I held Diane to, you know, unreasonable expectations. Of course she was going to pocket some of the money. I couldn't expect her to give to donate all that money. Really? Because that's, you said she was going to be a good steward. So you know what I'm saying, people. So both of these ladies have got to pick up and learn their lesson from last time. You've got to learn your lessons, Diane and Wendy. That's what I say as a friend. That's what I would say as a viewer. This is completely not attack mode. This is just clear speak for somebody who just seen a woman revive her channel from the brink and just trying to say, you can't repeat the exact same thing you just did. You just can't. Because I don't see you getting 2 bites or a third bite at this magic apple. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, if this goes belly up, Diane, I mean, I don't know if you have a magic genie at home and you have to rub that lamp a few times. I mean, anything short of that, I don't see you coming back if this goes belly up again and you repeat the exact same mishaps. So there's that. So I would just say in closing there to my friend Diane, take that to heart, stew it over. Do be careful. Be careful with your verbiage. And be careful with what verbiage you allow on your panel to the people that are once again coming in and putting faith or trust in your channel. Okay. Let me see if I can get a sip here. All right. I want to talk about Megan. All right. Here's the thing, people. Was it Megan? Was it Megan? Was the 2 voices the same? Was Diane scammed? Is Megan a scammer? First of all, I want to say, put my hands in the air and say, I personally don't give a hell, right? I don't give a hell if the 2 voices were the same. Were they not the same people? Did Diane get scammed? Did she not get scammed? Listen, here's the thing why I don't care. Right? This is why I really don't care. I don't care because given the gravity of the situation, given the gravity of this $40 scam, right? Given the gravity of the $40 heist that apparently never even turned out to be a $40 heist because apparently the gal never even took the $40. But given the gravity of the $40 heist compared to everything else I have seen on YouTube just this year, not even counting what I've seen since 2015, the cancer, the fake cancer scams I've seen, how many people I've seen that were supposed to be dead from cancer and collected money or connected sympathy and empathy, just, you know, all the time involved from all the people that were supposed to be and still walking among us. Some people are still here typing today that were supposed to be dead years ago from cancer. Still here, right? I can't tell you the shit I've seen as far in the way of scams, right? Can't tell you what I've seen. So I don't know burnt toast that well. In fact, I don't know burnt toast at all, but I'll tell you this. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than burnt toast to come up with a little video and then do a follow-up stream with a bunch of conjecture on her part, mind you, to wet my whistle and try to move my needle in a way to get me to care about this girl Megan and her giant $40 scam and her Dr. Evil ways of apparently going to manipulate an entire community. Oh, get them all, get them all. You know what I'm saying? Like she's some kind of sinister evildoer that just come out of nowhere and is going to take over these fringe communities, and like we've never seen it done before. And it's all going to start off with a $40 dry bag. Really? My, this is one talented little beggar, I gotta say, right? This is one talented little beggar that we all must fear. Yeah, not so much. Not so much. I don't give a shit. I don't really give a shit. And why not? Because here's the thing, people. Not everything is worthy of a battle. This is one of those cases. This is one of those cases where I'm not entertaining it. See, that's the kind of gal I am. Not everything is worthy of entertainment. And if some gal comes up and she happens to have a dual personality, a screw loose, right? She's got a screw loose, or she gets off on going on different panels and telling sympathy stories, right? Sympathy stories. She's not alone. She's certainly not alone. She's in good company. You know, if she's sad fishing, she's like one of these people I like to throw in the category of casket jumpers, right? People just love to go in and tell these horrific stories and just get sympathy and empathy, right? Hell, I got people like that in real life that love to do shit like that. They'll stop their car. They'll stop their car at an intersection and they'll jump in line. They'll see a funeral procession and they'll jump right in line. They'll go make themselves part of it because it's a condition. It's a condition, folks, right? It's a condition. That doesn't make them a scammer. It just makes them a little not well. It makes them a little not well. But it's not worth a battle, right? So do I think that girl's a scammer? No. Do I think she's a little off her rocker? Sure. But am I going to entertain it? Am I going to sit there and do hours of live stream on her and dissect her, and I'm going to add my own conjecture and paint this big story that she's here to take over? She's discovered this community like locusts. Like she's locusts, and she goes from community to community and takes them over, strips us of all of our funds because she's just that slick of a gal, right? She's going to emotionally drain us of liquidate us from all of our money, all of our assets. And then when we're all depleted, she's going to move on to the next community, right? Well, that's what Burnt Toast and people alike would have us believe of this character, right? I'm not interested. I'm not interested in entertaining that one bit. Black Eagle says, oh my God, her mother loves a good funeral. She's a casket jumper. Want to strip other people of their legitimate grief. I want in on that grief. Give me some. How do I get that grief today? I want that grief. It's a thing, people. It's a thing. Where better to get it than on a side chat on YouTube, right? Go get you some grief on YouTube. There's plenty of people that are just lining up to say, you poor thing. Oh my God, you poor baby. It's not about the money. They just want to hear you poor thing. We feel for you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Jesus, I can't believe that happened to you. I feel your pain. That's the value. I don't care about your money. I don't give a shit about your dollar bills. That's what y'all aren't seeing. Let me put this in. Let me say this, since we're talking about money. Since you know what, Ben, listen to Bert Toes asked for that Cash App. Bert, she sent, hold on, let me read this. Ben listening. Burnt Toast asked for that Cash App because she sent something and wanted the content, period. And I am a supporter of her. Well, I don't know what she was sensing or what content she wanted, but we will just, that is a fact. Burnt Toast asked for that Cash App, period. And we'll just leave it at that. That Cash App was requested. Whether Burnt Toast requested it or it could have been by anyone else, it was requested. It was requested. And ultimately, anything that went on that Cash App that was derived from Diane's stream was refunded. So we'll leave it there. Now, I want to say this, as far as people are saying that Diane could have possibly been in on a scam here, right? In any way that Diane could have been in on a scam, or somebody sent this girl to scam Diane, or anything of the like, none of that was at play here, people. None of it. You know how I know? You know how I know, people? And this may not set well with a lot of people. So buckle up, people, because here's where I'm probably going to get some pushback. Here's where I'm probably going to get some pushback. So set your soft drinks down, because I don't want anybody to spill them. I don't want anybody to spill your beverage on you. So trust me, some egos may be affected here. Unfortunately, I just know how people are. But here's the thing. This is how I know. That stream had been going for about 3 hours. 3 hours. And it was otherwise an enjoyable stream. It was entertaining. I believe she had the Two Tacos ladies on, right? Two Tacos gals were on. It was interactive. It was enjoyable. And it was just an otherwise lovely stream. But something odd was apparent. Something odd to me was apparent. No one, and I mean no one, 3 hours, there were no super chats. And I found that odd. 3 hours, a good stream, a good quality stream. Go back and look. Go back and watch. There were no super chats coming in. None. I mean, if I missed one, I missed one. Don't hang me. Don't take me behind the woodshed and shoot me. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, basically, there were no damn super chats for the first 3 hours. No one was reaching in their pockets to show Miss Diane a little appreciation, a little, thanks for the good time. All right? No one. Now, enter Megan. Megan, the world-class scammer. The one who was going to apparently put us all into emotional distress, because being the pro that she is, was going to put us all into emotional distress, put us under some sort of hypnotic spell, right? And alleviate and liberate each and every one of us from all of our money, right? Well, would you believe that she was on that panel for about 30 minutes? Just under, maybe 27 minutes. But let's just say about 30 minutes telling her sad woes about her child, which was very, 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 very emotional to hear. I have to tell you, I consider myself Lady Frost, and I'm telling you right now, the first 15 minutes had my heart thumping. I'm not going to lie. It had my heart thumping. When she said that child jumped off that cliff and missed the water, girl, girl, I was like, no, girl, no. 30 minutes. You know how many super chats came in through all that? None. Not one super chat. Nothing came in that 30-minute time period while she was on there telling her story. So if Diane was sitting there in on this scam, Diane in that moment lost her touch, right? Diane was not much of a scammer that night because now we're up to 3 hours and basically 3.5 hours, and not a super chat came in. And it got so weirdly awkward. I actually had to look down and look and make sure that super chat button was still there because I couldn't believe no one super chatted. I saw a couple people here and there, like Randy. I saw Randy at one time made a comment saying, "I too want to help you. I will help you pay. Um, I will help you, Diane. I'll help you pay for those ashes, Diane." Right? And I assume she meant in the back end, whatever. But no one super chatted any money. No one. So you know what I did? I reached into my pocket and I said two things. Three things, actually. I said, first, I want to do my part, and I want to put $20 forward because now I know Diane isn't going to get this money immediately, but I know that in a month, you know, she'll be able to recover $20 that she spent, toward these girls' ashes. So it'll help to make Diane even. Ultimately, it's not going to cause Diane anything because certainly people are going to come forward, right? And that's fine. Let me help pad Diane's wallet so it doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? Let me just help make Diane even. And at the same time, I can help do something that's going to make me feel good. Let me do something that's going to make me feel good. And third, I got to make sure this super chat button works. I got to make sure this button works. And if it does, maybe we can get the ball rolling here for Diane, because this has been a really good chat. I don't care what nobody says. This has been a damn good chat. And the fact that nobody in here has super chatted this woman is mind blowing to me. Because of all the chats that I've seen and listened to for Diane, this has probably been one of the best ones I've ever been involved in and heard. Truth be told, it's had everything. It delivered. And no one, right? I've just found that so damn odd. So it went through. There was my $20. There was my $20. So I knew the super chat. I knew it worked. And then, listen, I don't know. Sometime later, I'm going to say somewhere in the 4 to 5 minute mark, maybe, if I'm guessing, Randy decided she was going to super chat $20. So she met my $20 basically. And there was 40. And then after that, here come another super chat. And then after that, here come another super chat. And you see what happened there? You see what happened suddenly, after I pulled that first damn lever and got the super chat oiled up, suddenly people felt free to super chat. Now, 3.5 hours previous to that, no one dared to touch that super chat button. I don't know why. I don't know how. Now, there's no way of knowing if they would have ever touched the super chat. We don't know. We'll never know now. We will never know. But all we know is 3.5 hours in, nobody touched that super chat. So I'm saying that to say this wasn't a scam, people, because I was the very first one to do that damn super chat. The first one, and I'm not part of a scam. I'm not known to be part of scams. I don't have a scammy relationship with Diane. We don't play behind. We don't have that kind of scammy relationship behind. That's just not me and Diane. We go to coffee together in our make believe crossover SUV, right? We don't perform scams together. She didn't say, "All right, Mallory, 3.5 hours. If nobody tips, if nobody super chats me, I need you to be the very first one to do it. And can you do that for me, Mallory? To get the super chats going, can you do that?" Right? Another thing I want to mention, because Ufta got a lot of hell for her $500 super chat. Let me explain to you. Again, she got scammed, right? Ufta got scammed. Ufta, if you notice, Ufta didn't get scammed. If I remember correctly, Ufta's super chat simply said, elfing out. It was a very neutral super chat. It said nothing about the girl whatsoever, nothing about her situation. It didn't say, Diane, this is for blah, 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 do this. It was just elfing out, meaning this is for your channel. This is me just showboating a little bit. This is me getting in the season, fa la 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 la, making it rain. This is what I'm doing. That was Ufta being Ufta, having a good time in the chat, getting carried away with all of the lighting, all the super chats lighting up, and letting herself go for the holidays. See, she was not one of the ones who heard this story and said, okay, let me reach out to this lady and her children and take this $500 and put it on their Cash App, right? She didn't do that. Maybe that would have been made her a sucker. She didn't do that. She just simply said elfing out. That's it. So for her to get attacked like that is absolute nonsense. See, people add all this conjecture to fit their own, the way they want to tell the story and the way they want to make things out to be. I'm here to tell each and every one of you, as a spectator, I wasn't on that panel. I had nothing to do with the panel. I was a spectator. I contributed lightly in the side chat. I really enjoyed myself listening. To me, it just got more interesting as the chat. I did tell Diane as much. It's probably one of the best chats you've ever had. And I meant it. From a listener standpoint, it was entertaining from start to finish. Point blank. I was entertained thoroughly from start to finish. It had many peaks and many valleys. It paid off for a listener. I enjoyed it, right? So where's the problem? Where's the problem? Because her channel wound up making a nice amount of money? A nice amount of money? You know, I don't see anyone was scammed. No, that lady never asked for $1 that night. The dry bag was barely a dry bag, and if you even want to qualify it as a real bag or even a really firm dry bag, it was for $40. And we've all seen I know people who dry bag for computers, right? Actual computers. They dry bag for computers. They dry bag for trips. They dry bags for refrigerators. They dry bag for an array of things that exceed $40 tenfold, right? And don't get the attention that this gal got for a $40 dry bag. You people have lost your mind. All of you that have jumped on this kind of parade are desperate. You're that desperate to try to clench your teeth tighter into somebody's ass. And we know what it's about. Because you've seen Diane with a shit ton of viewers that, well, let's just say more than a couple hundred viewers. So that kind of pissed you off. Let's be honest. It pissed you off that she had more than a couple hundred viewers, and it really pissed you off to see the amount of money that came in super chats. Ultimately, I mean, y'all were probably thrilled. You were probably thrilled up until that 3.5 hour mark. I mean, I can imagine how many people probably were shaking their fists at me and making ragdoll voodoo dolls out of me when they seen my first $20 roll out. In hindsight, When they first see them, all was going well until Mallory had to donate that first $20 damn dollars, and it opened the goddamn floodgates. Then suddenly everybody was a super chatter. Imagine that, right? Then suddenly everybody was a super chatter. Well, there you have it. That's how I feel about the situation. People are overreacting. Haters are going to be haters. Diane, I think your channel's okay for now. I think your channel's okay for now. I say be careful. Don't get cocky. And be very careful of what you allow other people to say and how they represent your channel and your intentions. Be very careful. That's all I can say. The rest is on you, Diane. Ultimately, everything will come down on your shoulders and your ass. Other than that, good luck. I wish you much success. Until next time, everyone, do take care. Bye-bye.